5, 4,
Definitely some
3,
excitement.
2, 1.
Fight, robots, fight.
And that flame is active on Clyde. Coming in full force, trying to melt the minibot, and now getting a...
Nothing to wake you up like that.
There we go. Nice pin into the corner from Clyde. Pin with the melting flamethrower coming right at him.
Unbelievable pin.
Blackbird cannot allow these pins to stick if they want to qualify for the November finals. Winner of this match qualifies for November and goes on to the semifinals of this tournament.
This is unbelievable.
Beautiful pin from Clyde, and look at how the fire goes over the top of Blackbird's weapon.
You're right. You're right. And I can't even see it.
The stickers and decals on the top of Blackbird have got to be melting away at this point.
No.
Oh no, that is some lingering smoke and flame coming off of Blackbird.
Wow, you can hear the fans, the crowd going a little bit crazy here.
More smoke coming out of Blackbird after each one of these encounters. The team behind Clyde holding their head in complete astonishment. There is flame lingering behind on Blackbird. Anthony D'Ambrosio trying to get away, but he cannot.
Team Blackbird, oh my gosh. Look at the details on
There's
that.
a melt happening on all of that plastic armor, and now look, Blackbird able to get turned around and pinning Clyde up against the wall. The flames seem to be all done on Clyde at this point.
Wow. I need a marshmallow now. Need some s'mores.
I'm going to go ahead and say it is not recommended by the FDA to cook your marshmallows on that particular fire.
You don't say.
I don't recommend it.
All right, we got a little over a minute left here. This competition now has totally changed now that the flames are no longer present.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. The pin stopped happening. It looks like the drive on Clyde is not engaging with the floor. I don't know what it is that is stopping them from doing that.
And all right, here we go.
Okay, so there we go. Clyde once again pinning Anthony D'Ambrosio up against the wall.
Wow, how funny that it started the exact same way before, just without the flame. Oh, the mini-bot's still over here.
Trying their best to get in there.
It looks like an easy bake oven.
Gabriel and Alex doing phenomenal work, pinning him up against the wall. Minibot trying their best to free the larger Blackbird, but not being successful. This match very well may end in another volley of pins.
Wow.
There we go. Gabriel and Alex Brown super excited about that. They're feeling pretty confident.
That was incredibly thrilling. They got me feeling hyped.
You know what is my favorite part about combat robotics? The Antissa.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fight, robots,
Patient, Luke.
fight.
Now, Boxbot has brought it to Clyde. Clyde turning on the gas. Here we go. Oh, I love it. Boxbot fully engulfed in flames. Clyde is giving him the juice here. Wow. Now, if somehow Boxbot is able to survive this is... Oh, no, it's not. It's flipped onto its head, and that box is on fire.
Oh, no!
Oh, incredible. A Pyrrhic loss for Boxbot. A 45-second knockout. Amazing.
Knockout.
Yeah, I'll say.
Oh, let's take a look at a thermal cam. Our first ever look at a thermal cam inside of Cage 2 here at NHRL. And it is hot, hot, hot.
Wow. Amazing. Brett just likes to watch, Chris, all right?
It's actually impressive how long this has been burning.
We're
don't
becoming
know.
like almost an ASMR channel on YouTube, you know? Just like watching... Do you ever watch like the Yule log, you know, on YouTube?
Yes. Actually, why don't we make a combat robot Yule log video?
Perfect.
There we go. Just Boxbot for 12 hours.
Yeah, we'll get some AI-generated jazz music or something, you know?
We don't need AI-generated jazz music. We can just have Ricky do a playlist.
Yes, that's right. Wow. Oh, here we go.
All right.
Yeah. This is like you watch this as you're going to sleep, you know, just to kind of chill out.
Welcome back to NHRL Hot Takes Edition. Where we get this fire going all night.
Wow. I don't know if you can hear that over YouTube, but we're always getting copyright stricken, you know? But I hear burn, baby, burn.
It might be public domain.
Killing 3.
4.
And the entire third
3,
movie is about finding
2,
the second movie.
1.
Fight, robots, fight.
I'd love to see that here. Oh, there we are. It's on fire again.
Wow.
Just can't wait to be on fire again. The life we love is making bot fires with our friends.
Clyde, of course, captained by Alex Brown of Team WPI.
Just look at that! Look at that shot from the back. It is so much fire in such a concentrated place. That is torching. Look at that! Look at those flames. You see the little bits of blue? That is incredibly hot.
And it's going
And
into the
there's
well,
the
the belt and the wheel. I was about to say it's going directly into the belt and the wheel hub of Promethia. Not where you want flames to be going. That's very rubbery stuff that you do not want to lose any structural stability on.
No.
We saw in Clyde's last fight they completely melted a wheel on their opponent, and they're trying to go for the same thing on Promethia, and guess what I ain't hearing? I ain't hearing a weapon on Promethia right now at all.
Nope. No siree.
You know, there was a time where people would say, oh, flamethrowers, they're not a serious weapon. That's just for show. You can't do any real damage with those.
Listen, I applaud trying to light Brett on fire, but Brett gets angry after a time.
Yeah, no, that is not something you want to tease. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So we're doing a little pushing match.
Promethia is a prominent pusher. I mean, they can grapple with the best of them. So this is a tough match. Ooh, Clyde is starting to look on fire themselves now.
That's kind of their new modus operandi. Yes, they are setting their opponents on fire, but they're doing it while they are themselves a flame effect.
Yeah, but to their credit, they're still going. They're still moving.
There's some pieces dripping off the back. I don't know if that was supposed to come off the back.
It's lightweighting, Kyle. It's more efficient.
What is that?
It's starting to bend in the middle.
Yeah, that's flexy.
The middle of this robot. Oh, but look, coming down on the last 20 seconds.
They're pinning them up against there. What is going on?
They're like little candles.
It's like a little birthday cake.
Happy birthday to
a
me.
little jelly birthday cake. Look, the wheel is starting to get all spinny and groupy on Clyde. Clyde's starting to melt into the floor. You can see
Promethia not moving whatsoever.
Promethia, that is not how you want to end this matchup.
This is the end of the match. Going to the judges.
This is pure attrition. Clyde throwing the flame out the back because it's no longer shooting out the
with
front.
A victory flaming, whatever you call that. Look,
what happened? Promethia is one of the bots people were looking at to win this entire competition. Taken out by Clyde, the friendly ghost from the Pac-Man series, and also our favorite flame bot at this event.
We're gonna have to come back for the decision. Much as I want to cut away from, much as I don't want to cut away from this fire, we're gonna head over for another 3-pound match.
this for a while now.
3, 2, 1.
Fight, robots, fight.
Here we go. Nice shot by Robert Walsh, keeping Clyde in the air for those 2 impacts.
Wow, fire and flames here from Clyde. A control bot that has pushed Blindside successfully up against the rail.
Cooking him right into that corner. Nowhere to go for Blindside. Blindside able to get off the corner there and coming back to push straight up against Clyde, but that flame is just baking right into those internal components on Blindside. This is not the place Robert Walsh wants to be.
Wow. Let's see if that weapon comes back. It has. Blindside's weapon is back up, popping Clyde in the air. But Clyde, this big control bot, able to capture Blindside and blast it with fire. You have to wonder if that belt is strong enough to survive the full 3 minutes on Blindside.
Lingering flame staying beside on Blindside. That is not good. That looks like it's on the drivetrain on the left side of the bot.
I thought that might be a weapon belt. Now this is going to be a very hot robot when it comes out. 1:45. Robert tapping out. It's better than it melting your plastic, Adam.
I really like Clyde. These flames never cease to put a smile on my face.
Now Johnny Sumpas successfully avoiding the box rush, spinning up completely. He has to really turn on the gas here early in this fight and avoid getting captured like that.
Clyde is turning on the gas right now. What a pin. This is what Clyde does. Pins you and flames you for the full 10 seconds before backing off and coming in again. A little bit of remnant flames there on Spartan after that first pass. Still seems to be working fine. Unable to get free. Clyde chasing them down.
Clyde is such a wide bot. It really cuts off a huge amount of space here in this 8x8 box.
Very large robot, ironically made of 3D printed plastic itself to get so large. Very lightweight design, very strong, and it's hard to get around something so big.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see Clyde is blasting that reflective tape off of its own body. And you know what? The plastic only needs to really stay intact for 3 minutes and 10 seconds here. Another good pin here up against the house bot.
Clyde mentioning earlier, yeah, they're actually melting themselves at this event because they've made the flame so powerful versus previous events.
Now, it is considerably more quiet in the box, and it seems that the weapon on Spartan has gone down.
These flamethrowers are real weapons. A lot of people like to think, you know, flames don't really damage these combat robots, but they do. At this small class, you can see it actually burning and melting the plastic on Spartan, but it can also overheat components. It seems like Spartan is able to come back. Maybe the temperature is throttled back down, but these electronics all have temperature protection built in. If they overheat, they'll shut down.
Yeah, you can see, oh, look, it's firing back up. Really, Johnny is hoping to rip off more parts from Clyde.
And Clyde has lost a side here. Pieces are coming out of Clyde, I think.
This is a great opportunity to do this because Clyde's body is very soft and malleable here at this point.
Clyde is winning the control battle here, but they have to be careful. There's 45 seconds left, and they could get KO'd if Spartan's weapon can get up to speed.
Wow, look at that. That is a tire on fire here for Spartan. That weapon is still running, but the body looks very tired on Spartan.
Spartan has a lot of metal on it, so Clyde unable to get as much melting and flaming done as usual. We are seeing some flames still on Spartan, though. But this is Clyde's closest fight today that I've seen. It's really getting torn apart at this point.
With 10 seconds left here in this fight, both of these robots have escaped the countout. This one will be going to the judges.
Spartan really coming back to life here, leaving a good impression at the end of this fight as it goes to the judges. Clyde looks like it's down a weapon and a wheel.
Yeah, this one is going to be yet another very close judges' decision.
interesting to see what they do here. I mean, box rushing a flamethrower doesn't really do much because they don't need to spin up.
Sure.
So we'll see.
Robots fight.
Oh, they went for the box rush and right into a pile of flame.
Wow, into the gaping maw here of Clyde and that very, very powerful flamethrower.
The two smaller robots battling each other in the background. Of course, damage to smaller robots still counts a lot in the judge's decision, so that could come into play here.
Now Clyde is a destructive control bot here. He really wants to capture his opponent with these very long forks here and the wide body and just blast Red Panda with flames. Doing so here in Red Panda's original corner.
That is Clyde's game, going for the pin and then letting the flames sit there for the full 10 seconds.
Wow, capturing both the mini bots and the main bots. Fantastic. And tipping Red Panda up against the rail, blasting it with fire. A good, clean 10-second pin.
Now, the house robot does work in this arena. We're in the 3-pound smaller arena, so we will see an unstick attempted here. Clyde now melting the smaller half of Red Panda and the cameras.
Yeah, these iPhone cameras here that are in the corner.
It looks like it overheated.
Wow, fantastic. Now, it sounds very quiet in the box. I don't think that Red Panda's weapon is running.
Yes, I'm not hearing that hum of the spinner. Now, that heat can do a lot of things to a robot. It can melt a belt. It can overheat a controller or a motor and initiate a thermal shutdown. Or it can just seize all of your rotational components by heating them up so much that they stop spinning. And I'm getting confirmation that it can also kill an iPhone.
Yeah, exactly. Kids, don't throw iPhones into fires, okay? That's, wow! Capturing all of the robots! all of them!
Even its
own! Incredible 60 seconds left here.
I think the heat tape is on fire on the floor there.
Wow, that is a real testament to how powerful this flamethrower is.
Another pin, another flame. This is Clyde's fight.
Wow, and that robot is fully engaged.
And a tap out is going to decide the fight.
Wow, look at this. Gabe Brown celebrating here cage side. So happy, taking home his very first golden dumpster.
Fix the dryer because the other one will be too depressed. So,
all right, let's go to the booth.
Robots
Away we go. Very fast start from Clyde. Clyde has such an effective flamethrower. We said again and again, this is the OG effective flamethrower here at NHRL. They really brought it to into the public light. Right now, they are getting thrown about the arena.
Brian Boxel on Eruption here. This very aggressive egg beater vert is trying to get under Clyde, trying to pop Clyde in the air just like that, and trying to stay away from the front of the robot. It's got some pretty thick metal forks there that you just really don't want to go crashing into if you're a vert. Now, there's a lot of juicy bits on Clyde.
There absolutely are, but that is some of the toughest TPU in the competition. I don't know if it's a special grade or what, but the plastic they use seems to repel hits so well.
Now, Eruption is consistently getting under Clyde here. Brian Boxel, I'm sure, is very happy with his performance. 60 seconds down. He's got to stay alive for another 2 minutes here.
This is extra tough. You can see the forks on Clyde have been bent up, so they're not going to win those pushing matches. They are going to lose every single time, but they can stay aggressive, they can keep their flame on their opponent, and they're going to hope that that's enough to wear down Eruption.
Oh, and here we go. The first error here for Brian Boxel on Eruption, getting caught momentarily, but again, resetting himself, sending Clyde back into the sky.
It's such a stable robot, and the Boxels are so good at keeping it stable, even in the worst case scenario.
Now this is a fresh plywood floor here, and it's really working to Eruption's advantage. They're able to stay absolutely planted to the floor with these ground shaving forks. Wow, 60 seconds left here in this fight, and Eruption stuck up against the rail.
Now is the moment Clyde needs to strike, keep it down. No, they were unable to capitalize, and now they're a hat.
A flaming hat, Ricky! Now you can hear Brian has turned up the weapon. It's running even faster.
Yeah, but
you've got to wonder why.
Look, their weapon, I don't know if it's taking away from it or if they're just playing safe, but their drive is not up to speed at the same caliber, it seems like, or at very least it's intermittent. 30 seconds left in the fight, and there it is again. The drive on Eruption jammed up.
I don't like that, Ricky.
Well, I bet that Glenn Boxel likes it, or Brian Boxel likes it even less.
Are they stuck on
look,
some
there it
detritus?
is.
Wow.
This is going to be hit or miss, but another couple of seconds. Yes, this will be going to the judges. Oh, look, Clyde is high-centered and then smacked by Eruption. This is going to be going to the judges. What a fight. Look at the glow on their faces.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fight, robots, fight.
All right, looking forward to the flame igniting on Clyde. And there we are. Ironhide, more like aluminum tape hide. Ooh, love that scorch sound.
Yeah, that's a terrifying flamethrower. Absolutely terrifying.
You can see on the back of Clyde that little black port. That is their air intake for the forced air flamethrower. They have a custom 3D printed out of aluminum fan in there, so it can take the heat as it's increasing the oxygen that fire is able to consume. They are looking to get a pin on Ironhide, and Ironhide is proving rather slippery.
Yeah, this is the right driving strategy, right? Don't stand still. Stay, pass through that flame. Don't stay in it. You got to treat it like the,
There we go.
There it is. That's cooking them. Now they're a big potato inside all that aluminum tape. I love it. Ooh.
Okay, they're still moving after that initial 10-second pin of a flame on. But I don't know. I think this one's going to end up.
The intensity of this
our
fire.
poor camera. Bye-bye, iPhone.
Oh my goodness. The lingering flames left behind on not only the opponent, but Clyde themselves. The fan fully blowing that flame. Such high heat coming out of that thing.
Tap out.
Yeah, I think so.
My gosh.
The iPhone is melted. The corner is melted. The cage is on fire. Never mind Ironhide, which is still burning.
Usawgi today.
Because Aya's got him too.
3, 2, 1.
Fight,
Away
robots,
we
fight.
go. I don't see any flames yet from Clyde. We'll see if they're able to get an ignition.
Looks like she's trying to chop off a fork.
Oh, there it goes. Those flames are so hot on Clyde. This is a fan-assisted flamethrower.
She's trying to use the saw arm to get out of there. This is what we said earlier.
Look at that. Look at that, just torching them.
Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Incredible, they pierced right through the tank.
Clyde is ablaze.
Clyde is an inferno, spewing all of the contents of its butane tank around the arena. What a surgical strike from Usawgi. Beautiful work. You can see liquid butane leaking onto the floor, creating pools of fire.
We've seen a lot of fires today, but this is the robot has become a fireball, and it doesn't look like it's going to get
No,
put
it's
out
not
anytime
slowing
soon.
down in the least. Clyde is doing an incredible job, despite the fact being on fire inside and out, of pushing its opponent around.
Usawgi's arm is dug into Clyde. I would like to see an unstick or an entanglement before she melts by accident.
Yeah, this is an important time for an unstick. I don't know that we've ever had an unstick on robots that are actively on fire.
on the opponent. We're going to see now if that happens. Yeah, see, our equipment game side, we keep a couple of crowbars, but it's difficult to pull them apart when they're both molten, because what are you going to pry against? You pry against molten plastic and you just sink in like quicksand. Yeah, Usawgi's got the wedge, but Clyde does not have a sort of metal fronts to bear against. No, it's like taking a crowbar to a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that sat in your backpack too long in middle school. Ew, I guess. Even once they become disentangled, this fight is going to... The fight will resume after the entanglement is over. I wonder if Clyde can even turn on. Look at how melted it is. Dima, look, what? The place the entanglement happened was in the titanium armor on the front of Clyde. So it wasn't in this, like, chewy plastic center. It was in the steel, or rather the titanium that protects the front of the robot. A testament to the power of Usawgi's weapon that it can dig in so far into titanium. Yeah, really impressive work. Shout out Hub Motors. Now, this is also going to be interesting because it may not seem like a lot of time, but the amount of cooling that plastic has undergone, just in terms of the pause that we've had, Clyde has gone from just a massive melted plastic to probably pretty solid.
Fight is resumed.
Wow. Both robots seemingly fully functional with the exception, of course, of Clyde's flamethrower.
I wonder if that he's going to even count his damage against Clyde, that they have no fuel tank anymore, but it was pierced. It didn't run out.
Exactly. We do not penalize a flamethrowing robot for running out of fuel, but we do penalize them for being pierced in half. So we'll see what the judges do with that.
Now that Usawgi's not worried about fire so much.
Oh, a drive side. That last hit from Usawgi has damaged the left-hand drive on Clyde. Not going to be able to move as well.
You can see, though, the white forks on Clyde have also become this sort of like weathered Nintendo color, like an old Game Boy or NES.
A little bit of UV damage.
Just a little bit.
Oh, interesting. For a robot that is fully functional compared to Clyde, Usawgi is having a hard time capitalizing.
Well, we say fully functional, but it's really hard to tell how much you've been affected by fire until a bot is opened.
That's a great point. That's a great point. Could be severely damaged. Sounds like this match has ended. What a fight. What a fire.
Wow, what a fight.
Knockout.
To prevent Colossus from driving over. And Colossus has chunks out of the wheels to climb over the bar.
And metal wheels to not get melted. First 5 seconds, the fire's already pretty much full blast, I think.
I gotta say, Clyde's fire works so much better when it's pointed straight up in the air. It gets more oxygen, it gets more surface area in the general ambient atmosphere. But it also is more likely to go flying up into the air when it gets hit by a big wheel robot like Colossus.
Yeah, he's getting bounced around a little bit. It looks like the front of the chassis is sort of becoming split apart. That fire doesn't look as directed. It looks like it's coming out of the side a little bit. This is really interesting, though.
Look at that!
You can hold that big wheel off the ground.
He's hooked behind the heat shield on the front of Clyde. They're entangled together. This is going to be an attempted unstick with the house bot. We'll see if that works, and if not, they're going to have to open the cage and get these two separated.
So, the driver of Clyde, his hands are off the stick, but that flame is still emanating from Clyde. Clyde is on fire.
Clyde is just on fire. There's no flame emanating from Clyde. It just lit itself on fire and it is burning.
Yeah, it's emanating from the fork of Clyde, so to speak.
Oh, they've almost got it. That's almost free. Very close. I think a good twitch, a good couple of stick slams from Colossus could get that loose. But Dima, I gotta say, looking at Clyde having its heat shield pulled away, and then you have the flames going, and now the flames hit the back end of the heat shield and they get reflected back into the main chassis of Clyde. That could do a lot of damage to the internals of a robot like that. That was your main point of separation.
Yeah. All right, looks like we have successfully disentangled these two robots. Clyde's still on fire, dripping what appears to be molten plastic onto the arena. Sort of beautiful. I say sort of. This is kind of extremely beautiful, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is what I dream of at night. You know, a couple other things, and then just dripping flame carnage. That's it.
Just how often do you see dripping flame in your life?
I mean, it's my life we're talking about, Dima, so. Wow, look at that hit!
Both robots wasting no time.
The front armor package has been torn off It's just hanging on by a thread on Clyde.
Yeah, but now Clyde's flame appears unleashed as a result.
Yeah, it's completely unstoppable. The thing is that front armor package directs the fire. It mixes it with oxygen, and when that's gone, you just belch fuel, and you let that fuel burn however the heck it wants to burn. And right now, that's a beautiful burning glaze of orange fury in the arena, and it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful, Dima.
It is. The center of that flame is so hot, it's almost pure white.
And it gets sucked up in the spinning blade of Colossus. Look at the rippling melted plastic on the front of Clyde. From lacking that heat shield.
Clyde looking like a KO count's going to start soon if they can't get moved.
Yeah, any moment now that KO is going to begin.
What a fight.
Knockout.